KCT is the place for you.
It's just a happy place. It's a fun, vibrant, exciting place to be.
Movie nights, JUF events, speakers and scholars in residence. It's an incredible array of programming.
It's one of my favorite things about the end of the school week, going to shul.
KCT is an amazing place for families at all different stages, all different generations.
There's a Sephardi minyan, there is an Ashkenazi minyan, young and old, really from all walks of life.
The friendships, the guidance, and the loving nature of the people is really what makes it a special place.
KCT is a shul of great warmth, which aims to bring in Jews of all backgrounds, of all ages, Ashkenazim, Sephardim, youth activities and programs. Chovei Tzion has really put Skokie on the map in terms of the Orthodox Jewish community.
This is definitely a hands-on place. People want to get involved.
No matter what your interests, no matter where your talents lie, there's really something for everyone here.
I find the learning here to be a great reflection of kind of what makes the shul special as a whole.
You really see this smorgasbord of learning opportunities on Thursday night at the Beit Midrash. It starts off with the women's Gemara class and the NCSYers and the youth learning, some Chavrusa learning in the corner, and there's a little Chasidus Chabura that takes place. It's all the different components and all the interests converging in one makom.
KCT's also created really fun, great ways for couples to go out. This past year we did the Lock the Room event, which drew a huge crowd.
There's a large emphasis on food. We have the Be'er Torah Oneg. We taste exotic beers from all over the world and learn world Torah. The Cholent Cook-Off is a highlight of every year. The meet and greet Shabbos, where you get to interact with people who otherwise you wouldn't have interacted with in your community.
It was just really creative, really fun, really different. I think that's what really attracts people to our show.
KCT is an amazing place for kids, and that makes it the kind of place where you can come as a family.
Whether it's the youth minyan, which is really taking off, the Shinamtim Levanecha, the YU Kollel, magic show before Purim, or
movie nights,
Erev
Pesach.
Before Pesach, so parents can clean their houses. The youth department have put together a really phenomenal and fun set of programs.
There's groups that my kids love to come to. There's amazing group leaders who daven with them and teach them.
We daven, we do parsha, we play games, and we have snacks.
We have a Torah class for the older kids, and there's lots of different group ages.
I like seeing all my friends, and it means I get to see them like every day of the week.
Torah should be sweet. Children should want to come to shul. They really are the next generation of Jewish leadership in Skokie. None of this happens on its own. It takes a great deal of insight and countless hours of dedication.
You know, I think the Kelmans and the Summers are really the perfect example of the kind of leaders that we have in the shul. They really exemplify the kinds of families that we cultivate here in KCT.
My wife and I will sometimes say that when we grow up, we hope that we're going to be more like the Kelmans.
Summers are a very good representation of the Chovevei community. They really enjoy giving back.
When we first came to Skokie 8 years ago, when we were looking at shuls, we found Chovevei to be small, but very warm and very inviting and very friendly. And we settled in here very quickly when we got here.
Our kids just found great friends that they're still close with to this day from that first couple of weeks that we spent with the community. So it really was a great first impression that we got with KCT.
The old shul was definitely a small, close space, and everyone felt close because you were physically close to everybody. We definitely made it work with what we had.
We all started off here very young, and I feel like we've all grown here together. I feel like it's a great place where our children are growing up and will continue to grow up.
this community has really become a big part of us.
I must have a good 20 conversations, communications with Ari a day. Always great advice, sage counsel, and always with great equanimity and a smile.
Lainey has always been very involved in the youth department, and she is that person who I think everyone looks to as just like the best mom.
The way that they juggle family commitments and shul commitments and work commitments, you know, sometimes we can't really figure out how they do it, but they make it work, and it's really kind of inspiring.
They open their home, they open their hearts. Their warmth and their sweetness is just what draws people in.
The Summer family, they're here 24/7, even when they're not in here. They're thinking, breathing, living the shul. The building campaign was, in many ways, due to the great dedication of Yitzi.
The summers seem to be able to walk through the shul at Kiddush or just walking down the hallway and say hi to everybody. Just very impressed with their ability to connect.
During the drushos, Amy is front and center. She role models what a Jewish woman, Jewish mother is supposed to be like. They're the paradigms of dedicated modern Orthodox Jews who take their Judaism seriously.
This shul really exudes like this type of warmth and like this type of chesed. I think that you feel it when you walk in.
We love that our kids come to shul and this is the place that they're making the memories that they're going to look back on from their childhood the same way we look back on our childhoods.
There's very few places that you feel like you're a part of the place. The most beautiful thing about KCT is really the people.
What strikes me is how generous some people are of their time, of their money, of everything they have to give.
We see people at their greatest simchas, at their most needy times, and the richness and the beauty of the membership emerges.
Young people, older people, single people, the married people, the people who have children, the people who don't. KCT is the glue that holds everyone together.
In such a profound way. It's beautiful. It's inspiring. And that's what we're about.